So today we're gonna talk about a couple of things, but what I want to first put on you is that God is omniscient, and that what that literally means is that God knows the future, the past, and the present. And with that thought, I want you to hold on to that thought, let it linger in your mind. We're going to come back at it for the shortest few minutes. I'm going to talk about something else. But we're going to come back to that thought, okay, of God is omniscient. So a lot of things are happening around the world. Israel is attacking Iran. There's a war, the Gaza war that has been taking place. There is Russia and Ukraine, planes crashing around the world. It looks like disasters happening. All hell has broken loose, and we don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. Okay, it's a hard time. We can't predict what's going to happen tomorrow. AI has come. Seems like jobs are going away. I'm in the editing department, and the things that I normally used to do with the editing, AI can do most of that heavy work. So that means that the need of me the next 5 years won't be there. Okay. But that brings a sort of anxiety with me as a creative, okay? And I know if you are late, now there are cars that self-park themselves, self-driving cars, there are chances that that job won't exist in the next 5 years, okay? With the anxiety that we hold, that you know what is going to happen in the future, has created the need of this conversation. Now, God is out of time. When God is out of time, that means He's omniscient, because He's out of time, and we are in time. Time was created for us. That's why we grow old. Okay. Now, as an editor, there's a timeline. Okay, and the timeline, as you're editing videos, you set a timeline. It can be for 15 seconds, can be for 1 minute, it can be for 2 hours, depending on the video you want to edit. But the timeline is set. Okay, and now the editor is the orchestra, the timeline. Okay. Puts in things in the timeline. Same with our life. God is the orchestra, is the editor of our life. He orchestrates our life. Okay? And He gets to start us, that's when we are born. And that life has a timeline when it starts and when it ends. So when we start, that's literally when we are born, and when it ends, that's the end of the timeline. So He puts us in the timeline. And when you see that editing frame, there's always that line that moves that show you where the video is at the time, what is being played at the time, okay, what is being present at the time. That moving line is us. Okay, we get to move from the start to the end. Okay, and then God starts to orchestrate our life. Now in the timeline, He gets to put a couple of effects, effects, templates, whatever He puts in to make as an editor, we put that in to make the video spicy, appealing to the eyes. Put out some bit of effects. We choose when to put the effects. And same with our life. God puts a couple of things in our lives, but the things that we meet along the way. Okay, because sometimes there are detours, there are oil links, there are road bumps. Okay, there are potholes along the way. There are setbacks. Even when the person is editing, he gets to move the line back where he sees that there is the transition to the next part of the video is not right. He gets to move it back to fix that. So there are setbacks in our life. But what I want to present to you is that God is the orchestra of our life. He orchestrates our life from the very start when we are born. And the Bible verse says, I knew in your father's womb, I ordained you. The same way that we were ordained to be in this certain time. Now, my time had a time that it started, and now I'm in 2025, which is my present right now. Okay? A lot of things that happen. But I have to trust God, the person that is orchestrating my life, that He has a future plan for me. Okay? Now, in that time frame that God has put us in, He gets to provide and meet our needs and wants. Now, there's a difference between needs and wants. And the difference between needs is that we need them. We can't have a meaningful life, a rich and meaningful life without the needs, okay? And then the needs, the things that we need is the breath that we breathe, okay? Is our heartbeat, okay? Our senses, the ears that get to hear, the eyes that get to see. These are the things that we need. Now, most times we put our lives on the things that we want, and we forget the things that we need. Without the things that we need, even though we get the things we want, life won't be meaningful. Okay. Now God gives us every day. He gets to bless us with the things we need. His breath, His mercies, the heartbeats, our health. Gets to bless us with all those things. Okay, every day. That's how much He loves us. That every day He gives us on this, but we get to want. We get to want. God has given us a desire to want things. Okay, and sometimes we want things that are going to really mess up our lives. Okay, we keep on whining about things that really don't matter, like having the third car, having the apartment in Paris, having a bunch. Like you whine, why don't I have this? Why don't I go to that trip, my favorite trip? Why don't I travel around the world? And you forget that the things that really, really matter, the things that you need, because God has already blessed you with them. You have them, but you don't get to cherish them or even thank Him for those things that you already need. And He's so good that after giving us the things that we need in this timeline, He gives us also the things that we want. Okay, He meets our wants. Like if you want a promotion, He can put your name in the meeting. You can find a way of putting your name in the meeting that you get to be promoted. If you want health assurance or somewhere or something that you need, He gets to work His ways and brings the people that you thought would never be in your life to come and meet your wants. But He is so good that every day we wake up, He meets our needs every day. When we are still in His timeline, He will meet those needs. That is a must. So we are in His timelines, and being in His timelines, some things don't happen to come up where we plan them, because we don't know. We don't know most of the things that are going to happen tomorrow, but God knows the things that are going to happen tomorrow. That means that even the things that are present today that are overwhelming you, that are giving you anxiety, that are giving you depression, God foresaw them. God knew them, that they were going to happen. And He set ways of you surviving those things. He gives you the strength. And along the way, as we move in life, we get to meet people, okay, that change the trajectory of our life, that change the meaning of our life. The way Paul met Timothy, he didn't leave him the same. The way Elisha met Elijah, there was an impact that happens when you meet someone extraordinary that God has ordained you to meet. Even the things that we meet along the way that stretch us, that make us resilient, that make us strong, the challenges, God has put them in our way as we live life, as we start life to get to meet our end of life. God has put them there to orchestrate our life, okay? And with that thought that I'm giving unto you, that me and you have to chew on now, knowing that God is the author and the finisher of our life. We don't need to have anxiety of what is going to happen tomorrow, if God is going to be the provider, Jehovah Jireh, God our provider. If He's God, He's all real. God who sees us. Elroy, God who sees us. That means He sees the things that we are going. That means God is going to present Himself in our lives in different seasons differently. That you may need something this season and in the other season, and God is going to meet all those things that you need differently, and you will see Him differently. So instead of us worrying about what is going around us, going around the world, all hell breaking loose, everything falling apart, the disruption in every other people's lives that we love so much, why don't we look unto the Lord who will orchestrate our lives, who knows what is best for us, the author of our life. Why don't we look at Him and know that He will meet our needs? If He dresses the lilies with beauty and splendor, if He watches over every sparrow, how much more will He grace us? How much more will He clothe us? So let us entrust everything to the Lord. Okay? Because there's no one who's gonna do the very best things that we need in our lives like God. Okay? He has our best interests at heart. He's a Father. He loves us so much. If Bible says if we evil people know how to give the good gifts to our children, how about God who loves us so much? Okay? And with that, I would end this conversation. We'll touch this conversation maybe another time to go deep into that. But for now, I'll leave you with this, reminding you that God is omniscient. He knows our past, our present right now, and our future. And He's ordaining us in His ways. And we're on the road that will finish. And He's the orchestra, the editor of our lives. And life is going to be meaningful and worthy living if we trust the Lord and look unto Him. Go and live a blessed life. Amen.